Hello, welcome to Showbiz, New Year. I wish we were globed up. I wish we were in a Golden Globe outfit.
Next year, shall we get globes?
Knackered.
I could show you globes.
Mark!
The segues, they keep on coming.
Anyway, there's loads of Showbiz news.
Loads of Showbiz news off the back of the Golden Globes. We should
Lots
get
of
a bit
lovely frocks.
Can we be a bit Golden Globey next year?
Yeah.
I want to.
Actually, can we start with a lovely frock?
You want to start with a frock?
Yeah, let's start. We are going to bring up
Who are you going to bring
the
up?
beautiful Kate Beckinsale. There's all sorts of nonsense written about. She was at the party where her ex-husband
We
was.
love Kate Beckinsale.
But we don't care about any of that. We care about how beautiful she is.
She's
I've got a big girl
exquisite.
crush on her.
Have you seen her in her gym? The
Oh my
things
God,
she can do.
go on her Instagram and just watch her on her gym. And she's never drunk a drop of alcohol.
No, and apparently she doesn't, she's led a very sort of fastidious and sort of, she's got a good moral compass, but she knows how to have a laugh. She knows how
funny,
to have good fun.
She's beautiful.
Didn't she
she's
once
just
say she wanted to
gorgeous.
go out for a drink with you?
No, she once said in an article that either me or Jane Moore would be her choice for a girls' weekend.
I can see you all getting on.
Look at her, she's lovely. And the dress
remarkably-
is so beautiful.
Yeah, what sort of dress is it? Sort of white
I
flowing?
don't know, it's just bloody lovely though.
It is gorgeous, isn't
You've
it?
got to be so slim and toned to wear a white
that
dress
again.
like that. So slim and toned to wear a white dress like that.
Have you heard her very funny skit? I don't know if it was on the Jimmy Kimmel
Yes.
show or whatever, where she was talking about the fact that if you put a photograph, which we're now going to do, of Ryan Reynolds, the actor, alongside Kate Beckinsale, it is as if they are the same person.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell her sneeze.
Check this out. It's as if they are the same person.
Yeah,
They
it
look
could be brother
so
and
alike.
sister.
They've got the same
That one
nose,
looks
the
very-
same mouth, the
Yeah,
same shaped
yeah.
head. Look,
Yeah,
look,
it's
look,
true.
go there, look.
Oh, yeah.
It's remarkable. To the point that she sometimes catches a sight of herself in the mirror and thinks, Jesus, I'm Deadpool.
Anyway,
I love that. I
It was
love that
just
detail.
gratuitous need to look at a beautiful gown and a beautiful woman.
I couldn't really see
who
her
we think is
gown.
just
Can we see
lovely.
her gown there?
Oh, it is
It
gorgeous. Of course you can see a gown. Look, it's beautiful.
It's white and flowy.
It's white.
And
No, it's not flowy. It's quite structured. But look at the
Structured
sleeve.
and
It's
flowy.
her body that looks amazing. Come on,
well, I
let's
wanted to say that, but I didn't want to
It's not-
objectify her.
Yeah.
No.
I'm objectifying her.
Well, I love the Golden Globes because you get all sorts of. Kit Harington was there, who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, and he was there. And what was nice about this story is he's looking sober and happy.
Inverted commas, because that's what they say.
Well, and he is sober, and he does look well, and he has had a bit of a struggle. I imagine the responsibility and the impact of essentially being the pivotal figure of probably the biggest franchise streaming series in history is going to go to anyone's head. Not in a
I
big-headed
never
way.
watched any of it. Is he good?
He is good. He is good. He's kind of
Apparently, it says, doesn't it, in this article that he every year they would all get blasted together.
Yes, absolutely.
But he just couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's quite a heavy drinking set, I hear. He struggled as well when they did the read-through of the script for the final series, and he came across the end of the story and the plot and what was going to happen to the characters. There's a famous video online of him breaking down in the read-through in the group. And I felt for him because I think there is this situation where if you're struggling with a drink problem or whatever and you're in the public eye, any response is then seen or caricatured as a sort of example of you not being able to cope. I think he's a very sensitive soul. I think he had to play a very sort of, tough character in a tough world and a tough universe. And, life must be very strange once that world stops. Because whatever happens next, he's not going to be in the next Game of Thrones because it's not going to be the same thing. But lovely
He's
to see
sober and
someone
happy.
plodding along the red carpet in a better place than a worst place. That's what I find.
Well, this isn't Golden Globes. Just to step away from the Golden Globes for a minute
Okay.
and go to Lady Gaga, who had a big interview with
I love Lady Gaga.
Oprah Winfrey on Saturday. We're huge fans of Lady. I was never a fan of Lady Gaga's until Star Is Born, and then I
same.
thought she was utterly brilliant.
I've seen her in American Horror Story since, and she's bloody fabaloony in that too.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, she's a brilliant actress, obviously a brilliant singer. Her music isn't for me, except
it's
of course the
funny
Star
that,
Is
isn't
Born
it?
hit, which I
Yeah.
loved. Well, it's like her character in Star Is Born. She keeps dressing up and
Yeah,
being
doing all
silly
that
when all
weird
she needs to do
shit.
is
Why
just
do all the
sing
weird
her heart
dance?
out. Just
Yeah,
sing your heart
very
out
odd,
and you just
very
move
odd.
us. So she was doing this interview with Oprah and she talked again about her post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right.
And she talked about the fact that she was repeatedly raped at 19 years old by somebody she knew.
Oh my God.
Absolutely horrific.
I didn't know that.
And she just buried the trauma. She didn't have any kind of therapy or psychological, didn't confide in anyone. And then she went from that, and then she went from, you know, quite a simple life to suddenly being a massive star. Didn't deal with what had gone on at all. And then out of the blue, I'm not sure when, but she was struck with fibromyalgia, which is the most horrific illness. I don't know what you call it. I don't suppose you call it a disease. What do you call it? I don't condition. Where basically she has head to toe constant screaming pain. So I'd heard that about her before, but but what I didn't know was, she said, I started to experience this incredible intense pain throughout my entire body that mimicked actually the illness that I felt after I was raped. It was a trauma response.
Wow, so that's the body. Yeah. I mean, you're big on that, aren't you? How the body becomes
my God. So she now has medication, therapy and exercise for mitigating the pain.
Wow.
Enough to manage her condition. Yeah, she's been through it.
She's been through it, and hasn't she sort of had her own battles with addiction and things like that, and alcoholism, drinking too much?
On drugs.
Drugs,
she's been open.
absolutely.
That's what's so brilliant about it. She's been so open about all of it, hasn't she? So.
Bouncing back to the Golden Globes, Joaquin Phoenix was sort of in the spotlight for his uncensored Golden Globes acceptance speech. Except obviously for the Golden Globes it was censored, and a few people online managed to put it out. There's a lot of effing, a lot of blinding. I tell you what I think's going on with Joaquin Phoenix here already, and it's funny, isn't it? Yes, it was a bit rambling. Yes, he has a certain way of sort of talking. Yes,
he started with climate change.
He started with climate change, but that might have been a bit of a hidden shtick joke because Ricky Gervais had said no one comment on anything, so that might have been that. Here's what I think is playing out with Joaquin Phoenix. It's brilliant. I think it's brilliant that he won the award. There's a lot of people concerned about the toll playing the Joker has taken on him. I think a lot of people are projecting what happened with Heath Ledger onto Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, in many ways, Joaquin Phoenix's performance of the Joker was far more complicated and even more taxing, I'd have thought, for an actor to actually perform or inhabit than it was for even necessarily Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger had a lot of other stuff going on, and he had addiction. He had addiction to painkillers, didn't he? So he had addiction problems. And I hadn't thought of that, because everybody it's almost like people want that again.
Absolutely, and that's my point. And I'm getting a little bit concerned. I mean, I saw somewhere else on the way back from the cinema tonight, someone saying that a headline saying that Joaquin Phoenix is sick of being asked the same questions. Now, that's easy to write that and for that to seem like a sort of temperamental star. But there does come a point, actually, where the duty and responsibility of any interviewer is to kind of be a bit more inventive. I mean, after 6 months of the film being out, you have got to try and think of a few different questions. So, I feel for him a bit. I think, again, he's a sensitive soul. He did have a really nice monologue where he was talking in his acceptance speech about how he doesn't view it as a competition. He hates the whole thing, and that he's an admirer and a student of all these other actors.
This is while he's holding his golden globe.
Of course, whilst he's holding his golden globe. But he actually mentioned something. He said, some of you I've reached out to personally, some I am still a little too intimidated by, even though we share the same agent, Christian Bale.
Is that what he said?
Well, hi, Christian. Yeah, which is interesting because of course Christian Bale played Batman opposite Heath Ledger. So, bit of a connection there. Anyway, here's the thing. Whatever you think of Joaquin Phoenix, whether he swore too much, whether he's a bit weird, you've got to be weird to play the part like that. That's what I like about him. But I do think there's a bit of willful thinking here where we're trying to project a narrative onto him that just isn't there.
Funny, Stella McCartney has come out because he's worn I thought she'd said for the last 4 years, I think he's got the same bow tie or something for the last 4 years, Joaquin, as Stella McCartney. And she said he has made the decision to wear the same dinner suit, or whatever it's called, tuxedo, for the entire award season.
Right.
I salute you, Joaquin. You're thinking about the future and the planet and all of this. It's like, what, you mean some of them get a different suit for every single award show?
They do.
But they look the same.
Yeah, no, they don't. Daniel Craig looks, different in every suit that he wears, but they're all Tom Ford tuxes. Tom Ford doesn't do one tux.
It was a bit much. Apparently, it was his fault that everyone had to have vegan food as well.
You're joking. Come on then, Jennifer Aniston, Brad
So
Pitt.
Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt.
Now,
what is cooking here?
What is cooking?
So, they spent Thanksgiving together.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know that they were still friends, and I know most things. So
Jennifer didn't
they
tell you.
spent Thanksgiving together this year. Well, there were other friends there as well. And then they sat at the tables next to each other. In the
Yeah, she
Golden
was
Globe, which doesn't mean
whooping.
anything.
Well,
But the fact that she
does.
was whooping. Oh no! But before he went down the red carpet, an awful interviewer said to him, "Are you worried about bumping into your ex?" And he said, "No, not at all. I'll definitely be seeing Jennifer today. We're good friends." And then they both went to the same party separately.
Going in separate doors.
But also at the party was Gwyneth Paltrow, his ex-ex,
Oh.
plus his rumoured flame,
Who's
Charlize
that?
Theron.
Charlize
I didn't
Theron.
know she was a rumoured flame, but anyway.
Flame.
But then, of course, the papers showed photographs of Angelina Jolie out with their daughter, Vivienne.
Right.
Because people are saying, oh, he forgot to thank his children
Do
for
you know
his
what?
support. It's like, oh, bugger off. No, he didn't. Would you thank your children for support? I mean, what would his children have done for him to get that gold?
Absolutely.
But also, they just have a very private life. So
Yeah. I think Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt are going to get it together big timey, and I think they're going to star in films
I
together.
think they're going to get back together.
I do too. I think they're already back together. There was some shots of Jennifer Aniston entering the party with a friend looking very, very angsty. Did you see them?
Yeah, but she
Her
was
friend
just
was like that.
happy. I don't know. It would be nice.
It was like that. It was all that sort of stuff. What other ones have we got?
So I want to know about this one.
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah,
well,
what's
of course,
this?
we've covered the Prince Andrew's story. And Ghislaine Maxwell, the daughter, is she, of the...
Robert Maxwell.
Robert Maxwell,
And
the
also
former
the
press baron.
girlfriend of...
Girlfriend of... Well, no, was she the girlfriend?
Yes,
She
for
was his
years,
girlfriend. I thought she was
yes.
just his bit of help.
No.
But Epstein.
But of course, also accused,
Of
not proven
supplying.
yet, by the girls that were
Trafficking.
abused by him, of trafficking and
yeah.
all sorts of things. Great friend of Prince Andrew's. They
Yeah.
went to college, uni together.
Well, by all accounts...
And I thought she was completely missing.
Well, that's what I thought, but by all accounts, she's been guarded by former US Navy SEALs after multiple death threats, and she's moving around the globe, principally between Israel, the UK, and all over the place, dodging countless death threats. Apparently, the hate mail is sometimes 2 feet high.
Wow.
Which begs the question, give yourself up, talk to the authorities, have a chat about it all, and let's diminish the sort of news.
Right, I'm confused by this. So she's basically, is she supposed to have spirit? Is she not? Is she on the run?
It feels like she's on the run. It sounds like she's on
But
the
if
run.
she's being guarded by
Yeah, but they're
US Navy.
former US Navy SEALs.
These
these are
she's
what are they
paying
called when
them.
they're mercenary? No,
Mercenary, that's it.
Yeah,
Mercenaries.
They're sort of mercenary guards. They're ex-army guards. But that's what the news story is that's the level of protection she's gone for. It's armed guards we're at.
And it
with
says
her.
she's not in the US, she moves around, she's sometimes in the UK, but most often
in
in other
Israel.
countries such as Israel, where powerful contacts have provided her with safe houses and protection.
I think the Prince Andrew story is going to roll and roll and roll and roll.
Well, because these poor girls.
Yeah.
I mean, these poor girls, because let's not forget, he was found guilty of trafficking and
Absolutely.
underage sex. So Olivia Colman's
Oh yes, Olivia Colman. Where's that?
Glam Squad have
another
revealed...
Golden Globe story.
I wonder how she feels about this. It
Yes.
revealed the secret. They used multiple different makeups, but also, I bet this now is going to go crazy. Everyone's
it?
going to be buying this. That her makeup artist used Pores, which is a aging face tool, a stimulating toner aimed at menopausal skin. I need one.
Pause as in dog's paws.
As in P-A-U-S-E.
Oh, as in
Pause
pause time. If only we could.
She does look lovely, doesn't she? She's had this
Oh,
new
I think she's
pixie
great.
cut.
Yeah, I like the pixie
She
cut.
looks beautiful.
And she was giving the finger in a photograph where Taron Egerton was holding his Golden Globe, which I thought was fun. I do like her. She's quite sort of
And there she is
naughty.
having lots of fun with Gillian
Gillian
Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, it really was a night for the stars taking their families on the red carpet.
yes.
Pierce Bronson took all his children.
Pierce Brosnan, is he still a star?
Laura Dern took her daughter and son. There you go.
Right.
Aren't they
yeah.
lovely?
Yeah, oh God.
Yeah. And
Well, I heard that Taron Egerton took his sisters.
that's it. And Taron Egerton, yeah, because I saw the photo and
I thought they
it
were
was
his
kids.
children.
And they're his sisters.
They're babies.
I suppose it's the night of your life. Night
Night of your life.
Isn't it? And if you're at your night of your life,
Yeah.
you want your family and friends there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you go. So at the end of this Golden Globey day, my globes are golden and your globes golden.
Golden globes.
There you go, guys. What more do you want? Sling your hooks and go to bed.
Night night.
Night.